Summit. The Summit. That's how you beat Summit. Ban 4 hyper carry or 4 of his best. Pick a neutralizing tank, and then all of a sudden Summit can't do anything.
They said in pregame, like, if we see any redacted picks today, we're gonna lose it.
That's funny.
That was pretty funny.
Oh, I guess last session didn't count as a session then?
It was a 0.5 session, so it was technically 27.5.
Ooh.
Alrighty, hello stream. Welcome back. While we were offline,
hello.
we had a little mini session, so some stuff happened offline, but nothing too big. So, previously on the Varum Chronicles, you had tried to case the mayor's office, but after believing you had been spotted, Vitalium and Brennan retreated back into the alleyway to regroup. Suddenly, voices were heard leaving the front door, and quickly, Vitalium casted his camouflaging technique, just as Merritt, Marcus, and a third man walked by. Vitalium morphed into a Vitellabounder and gave chase. He then successfully followed them, or trailed them, to the trade house, where Vitalium swiftly and stealthily followed suit within. Gracefully dodging a guard standing duty, Vitalium trailed the trio down the hall to find out more. After seeing them enter a storeroom, Vitellabounder found a back exit and left. While leaving, he also found a locked cellar. While this was all going on, Kenneth and Desmea had decided to stay in the alley and wait for return of Vitalium, while Brennan had decided to enter the closest inn.
Yes.
Where you had asked for certain company, and you feel a hand on your shoulder.
Oh, is that where we're starting?
Yes.
A long time on the road.
Let's go. Oh, I gotta get back to my because.
Well, hello. You paid the.
Oh god,
certain
this is so
price?
awkward.
Dude, this is why I do this, is to make it awkward. I gotta turn up Alex. I actually can't hear you. I didn't hear you in that voice. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I can't hear you that well either, Alex.
Is it because I'm like, what's my volume at in Discord? Is it like low?
I think it's more so honestly my issue, but I don't know how to solve it.
I say that again in that voice, because it might have been the voice.
Well,
It might have
hello.
been here.
You paid a certain premium.
Yeah. Yep. Yes, I did.
Well, why don't we find someone a little bit more private, if you don't mind.
Sure thing. Sounds good.
As in the dim light,
I'm
you
trying
kind
my
of,
best here, guys.
as before, you kind of realize that this woman is in her older years, definitely tenured, maybe mid-50s. She's got slightly graying hair, but her face is done up in a plethora of makeup and sort of jewelry to sort of mask any signs of coming age. She takes you by the hand, sort of gently, as you notice that she's wearing a long silk sort of see-through robe.
Oh, okay.
She guides you through sort of a dark hallway where you kind of look to either side, and there's doors on each side of the hallway, but not full doors, kind of like the saloon-esque door, like the stall bathroom doors, where there's kind of like a space between the top and bottoms. And as you're walking through this hallway, you hear a certain range of different sounds coming from behind the doors, reeking of pleasure and the things alike. After a few more moments of walking, she leads you into an empty room and closes the doors, gently closes the door behind her.
Okay.
Well, what would you like to do?
You know what? Now that we have the room, I just actually had some questions for you. If now that we're out of, I'll pull out my goal, my last remaining goal. I'm doing this with.
As you're sitting down, she kind of like slowly walks over to you and sits, sort of she kind of sits on your lap, both her legs kind of encompassing you. She kind of takes the top of your shirt. Well, what would you like to talk about? Something a little. Hey,
Oh,
Nugget. Hey, stop. Come on.
I need this time for Steven to think of something to say.
Nugget interrupting the
Nugget is buying precious seconds here. Well, I'm gonna take your hands and like take them away. Be like,
catch her in the rye. I would just like to talk.
Oh yeah, that part. I completely forgot about that part
Holden.
of that book. Oh, I love that book. I'm actually a married man. But 1 gold. I got a gold if you can answer some questions.
As you kind of push her off you, she kind of
I told you
sits.
guys this, Troy.
She kind of
You guys know I'm
sits on a. She sits on the sort of the couch that's next to you and crosses her legs and takes the coin, and being married isn't necessarily a problem.
Yeah, well, it is for some of us. But, notice you guys are a little close to the mayor's house. You been seeing anything a little weird going on there?
I don't know what you mean particularly. Do you mean weird people or anything
Yeah.
different going on?
Just exactly, you definitely see a lot of people in your industry, anyone outside of the mayor's house that, seems a little out of place, seems a little sketchy, and I marked that gold off my inventory. Oof.
She purses her lips and glances around the room. Well, I haven't noticed anything out of the ordinary. I mean, the mayor certainly likes his share of girls, but none of them have noticed anything out of the ordinary.
No. Sketchy people, sketchy deliveries, sketchy business.
I mean, of course,
I-
the mayor has to see many people that come into town with various propositions and coming with business. I would imagine that he sees sometimes a few unsavory folks.
Got it. But have nothing that you've seen with your own eyes, or any of the other girls here have been, I don't know, shown in the company of the mayor. I will hand her
Well,
2 more silver. 2 more silver. As I say that.
the mayor does like one girl in particular. She's been there the past few nights. I can go get her if you want me to.
I think that'll work.
All right. Let me go see
Yes.
if she's tied up at the moment. 1 second. She stands up and leaves the room. All right, while that's going on, Vitalium,
Yes.
last we left you off, we were at the Teldrin Trade House alleyway where you had just discovered a cellar with an old rusted looking lock.
Hmm.
What would you like to do?
Well, because it seems I can't pick the lock at this time, I want to go back to the group and where they're waiting.
You want to go back to the group?
Yeah.
Alrighty. A few minutes, you make your way across the. Are you still in Moorbounder form?
Yes.
Okay.
I also think it's funny because I've gotten a DM from now every person in the game within the last 5 minutes.
Oh, I
just
texted
got
you
the
that.
last Infinity Stone.
Okay, my DM wasn't about the game. It's about specs of a computer that I'm asking you and Alex to review to see if it's worth it. I feel left out. Why didn't I get DM?
It's because you're not as cool, Jessica. I'm sorry.
Jess, you're not
Bruh.
standing by the sketchy metal door.
Oh, that's fair.
But yeah, so I'm with the Moorbounder. I would jump up onto the rooftop and I would be trying to be out of sight, but get back to the party.
Alrighty. After a few moments, well, why don't you roll a stealth check for me first?
At this point, I still have
Pass it out
my
of trace.
yes.
Such a broken spell.
I mean, you're not wrong. 21.
It's for an hour, right? Or 10 minutes?
21. It's cool.
It's
Then
not
it
plus
automatically
10.
adds
29.
plus 10 for you.
21.
Yeah, you make it back without really making a noise. Stealthy jump across the rooftops, uh, and after a few moments, minutes, you make it back to the alleyway we had left the rest of the party.
All right, I'm gonna jump down, and I'm gonna do like not just like a straight jump down, but I'm gonna go like a jump down to like wall ground.
Okay.
Um, and then I'm going to transform
You
back
leaving?
into my humanoid form.
Do you need
Do you
help?
remember how to do that on
And-
Foundry?
Okay.
Yes, I can.
You can right click your token and then right click the yellow thing. But, okay.
Open the door.
Oh wait, how do I get back to normal though?
Right click your token, and then there's like a yellow wisp you'll see in the bottom left. Right click that.
Oh, right click that. Okay. Yeah. Okay. And all right, I have followed Marius and Marcus, or Marriott and Marcus, and I followed them to the old trade house, and I lost them when they went into a room that they locked behind them. But I found out where they're hiding the glass vials, and maybe now containing the liquid from the bees.
Let's go get it.
Yeah, should we just go?
Oh wait,
I
Brennan's currently
Think-
getting sexually assaulted by a 50-year-old woman.
I also don't have many spells. I'm
Also,
sorry.
oh he's
And I
being
look at both of
assaulted. Should
them.
we help him? Is he in danger?
that was an extrapolation, and that was
Wait,
not to
he's-
make light of that.
Okay.
he's just talking to women, basically. But to Kenneth,
But everything I heard made me very uncomfortable. Also,
I see.
this is very important to Kenneth. He reaches into his shoe and he pulls out his sack of 56 gold that he got from taking everyone's money to fake a robbery. Anyone remember that? That we took Desmea and Vitalium's money because it freaked us out. Like, we wanted to, like, potentially
yeah.
have other
yeah.
robbed so people didn't think it was us.
Yeah.
I'm giving the money back because this is too much cash for Kenneth.
Too much cash for Kenneth.
How
Okay.
much did I give you?
So that's now an interesting problem. I have no idea. All I know is that I have 56 gold, and
You can keep my portion, Kenneth. That's fine. I don't really care about it.
no.
Well,
Why?
I don't want money.
What?
Well, Kenneth, yeah, no, maybe we'll split it half and half. I'll take 28 and you can take 28.
So remember, you
Okay.
can,
Take mine half.
Chris, if you open up your character sheet, under inventory at the bottom left, there's like a little balance scale thing.
Yes.
You can send gold straight to players through that.
Actually,
Sure.
I want
Excellent.
Kenneth to have 29 and you have 27.
This is still acceptable.
Actually, I want Kenneth to have 50 and you have 6.
No. Both of you stop.
Guys, for context, I only have 7 silver now.
Denied
all
your
my
gold.
money.
Please take the money.
It's just
Would you rather I give it to Vitalium? You two
I
fight
have
all the
too
time.
much. Okay, fine.
I don't
you
want
have,
it
you have
though.
too much.
Yeah,
I
If you
use-
have
I-
excess gold, I could use with more funds for my research.
Do you want to spend it on research, or do you want to spend it on us eating better food and staying in better places the more we go around? Because if that's the case, I'm giving you the money because he's going to
give
spend
me
it on
20
science.
gold if you give me the other glove. And the doll.
No. This is unequivocal trade. I am in a losing position.
I'm gonna snatch the 20 gold from Kenneth then.
Deeply
Nice.
relieved I now am carrying significantly less money.
I'm gonna.
Well,
Never mind,
before
never
we
mind.
head over there, no one here knows how to pick a lock, correct?
I don't have the tools to.
I know how to break a lock.
Yes, the only problem is that then they'll know that we were there. Is there anywhere, maybe looking around, I can find a place to buy uh some thieves' tools, maybe?
Is it too late?
Mr. DM?
Pretty late in the night, I
Um,
thought.
You can only buy thieves' tools in the middle of the night.
True. True.
You could check the alleyway of the shops.
Yeah, no, up and down. I wanna do a little cursory glance. Can I get a little perception check on that?
Or are you guys gonna leave the alleyway that's
Maybe,
near
you go.
Brennan and just go back?
Make a third trip, so I have stuff. I probably have to make a third trip to sell stuff.
You're gonna leave the
Yeah,
alleyway where
just
Brennan
help
left you?
Sorry, okay, one more time.
Are you gonna leave the alleyway where you guys are? Like, are you going alone?
Yeah, I just want to kind of just do a little look around town to see if I can see anyone that might look like they would sell me lockpicks.
Well, if you want to walk back to the sort of that row of shops where
Do I think that I might be able to find someone shady enough to like sell me like some picks on like the way to the trade place?
I mean, you could make a perception or investigation check.
So not perception.
No, not perception, because you're actively looking.
Okay.
I see you, Troy.
Well, I would say let's go to the trade house and maybe we can find some tools along the way, if perchance we're lucky. Does that sound right with everyone else?
Sure, but we just gotta go get Brennan.
Oh, is he not going to bed?
No.
I'm gonna let Kenneth do
I-
the explanation because I
I
think it's
see.
funny.
Well, would you want to go get him then, Kenneth?
No.
No.
If I tell him why don't you just
I don't even think
Go
I'm
in.
old enough to be allowed in there.
you should go in and get him. I think he
Why
actually
not?
specifically asked for you.
He did.
Yes.
Brennan asked for me?
Yes, specifically you. Because I assume if I went in there, I wouldn't be charming enough because apparently I have social issues.
That is true.
What?
Okay, I'll go in.
Wait. What?
It's too late. It's too late.
And Vitalium walks away. I was going to have you roll deception, but that was good enough for Vitalium.
Alrighty,
Fine.
Vitalium.
That's fine with me. He has to talk to hookers.
Vitalium loves talking to hookers.
I don't know. He's done that the most out of anyone this campaign.
All right.
I'm-
Well,
this might-
Throw up.
While Vitalium walks away, I'm gonna pull out 10 gold again, and I'm gonna try to put it in Kenneth's pocket, and
Are
but like it's very obviously
Are you gonna be stealthy
not
about
trying
it?
to be sneaky.
Oh, you're not?
No, I'm very obviously just trying to put it in his pocket.
I will throw it into
Weird.
the street before I take it again.
Why are you uncomfortable with gold?
I never had a lot, and I always just assumed having a lot.
Exactly, and now you can.
But
See this
I've always,
as a donation.
I just feel like the moment money shows up,
How about 9 pieces of gold?
no.
8 pieces of gold.
I have s-
Give me the 5. This is gonna go all the way down to
6
zero.
pieces of gold.
No.
Okay, I'm gonna give him 5, but like 1 silver. 5 plus 1 silver. Okay, sorry. That's my action.
All right.
5 gold.
Do you see how to send it through your character sheet?
Yeah, I did.
All right, Vitalium. You find yourself entering the establishment where they had pointed to where Brendan had entered.
I have my hood up and my gloves on.
Immediately upon entering, you are met with the familiar sight that Brennan had encountered. A wide open floor, darkly dim lit interior, sort of round booth like tables with long silver poles extending to the roof into the middle of these booths, where you are met with the image of mostly women, but some male looking figures dancing on these poles in various forms of lack of clothing.
Interesting anatomy.
I didn't like
But then
that.
Vitalium gives us no. Um, is there like a walk up to the bar
Okay.
and I want to ask the bartender. Hello, humanoid. Is there a individual named Brennan at this establishment? Might have come in a little while ago.
She walks closer. She kind of leans, or she kind of looks at you over her shoulder as she's cleaning out a glass. I'm sorry. I don't know about anyone of the name Brendan that's come back here recently.
I see. Is it possible you might have just missed him?
I mean, maybe, but it's also not my prerogative to give away various clientele that visits this establishment.
I see. That's very respectable. Do you have rooms here?
We do. Are you looking to secure yourself one?
No. I'll just be looking. And so I assume she may have looked or pointed to where the rooms might be.
Yeah,
Would
she kind
Vitalium
of
have seen them?
glances over.
Thank you, ma'am. And Vitalium is going to walk
Go
to the room.
So while this is going on, Brennan, so a few minutes before this, you're waiting, and soon the door opens, and a very short halfling woman comes in with two long ponytail blonde hair, sort of braided very tightly. Also wearing this very see-through silk robe, except this one is a lot more bluish in hue. She opens the door and she walks in. I hear that you've requested for me.
Yes, but for what's in here, not what's over here. Something
To
like
each his
that.
own.
In the brain, I got some questions.
She comes and sits down a little bit too comfortably next to you. Like too uncomfortably next to you.
I'm just gonna be like inching over.
And she's
away.
gonna try to like scoot to follow you as you're kind
So
of
I
inching
will
over.
pull out the last of my money. For everyone talking about gold, the last of my money. 7 silver, 5. I'll keep my copper. 7 silver.
I'll hear something.
I keep my copper.
I'll keep my copper. 7 silver. I give her less of it. I say, heard you with the mayor. Is there been doing some sketchy things?
She quickly takes the money out of your hand and kind of puts it sort of in. She opens up her silk thing, and there's like a little pocket there that you haven't seen before. And she goes, maybe. I'm over there quite a bit, so I've seen some things.
I heard he's been up to no good. I'm just trying to.
I wouldn't
the
say
people
no
of the city.
good, but I see some faces who've been coming in recently.
Yeah. Anyone who sort of seems like they're don't have your best interests at mind. Anyone like long black hair, pale skin,
Well,
blue eyes.
I was with him tonight, actually.
How is that so?
And before he kicked me out, I did catch a glimpse of a very handsome fellow. jet black hair, green eyes. Robot in appearance.
Bring anything with him?
Well, he had a few people with him. And right before I left, I saw he had a blue vial.
Just one though.
I'm sorry, I didn't catch that. What, honey?
Just one though.
Oh, I don't know. I only saw one.
Good to know. Good to know. Well,
Now that that's out of the way, she kind of takes her finger and she moves it down your chest.
now that that's out of the way, I appreciate your help with this, and I'm just trying to do good for the city. So you've been a great help to the city. I'm standing up and just
Well,
awkwardly
before
shuffling
you
out of
stand
the room.
up, Vitalium. You quickly find the hallway that she had pointed to. There's doors on each side, kind of similar description. What would you like to do? You're muted.
Troy, you're muted.
Sorry. My first thing I would like to do is to open the first door.
As you open the first door to your right, you're greeted with two humans undergoing a form of wrestling that you've never seen before.
Interesting. Shuts the door, turns around, opens the door behind him.
This door, you are greeted
Mhm.
with two male figures
hmm
undergoing another form of wrestling. but they both look at you as you open the door, and they kind of their eyes go like wide and, hey, what are you doing?
Please continue your wrestling match. And
Hey, what are you
Vital
doing?
Hey,
closes
what
the
you
door.
doing?
Get in after it.
Vital closes the door, and I'm going to keep going down the hall until I find Brennan.
So, Brendan, as you're kind of sort of getting this halfling woman off you, you kind of hear like, the screams, not like blood curdling screams, but like screams of like like privacy screams,
Mhm.
for a few moments, and then you hear kind of a deep resonating voice that you're used to, like I'm sorry,
Yeah.
Continue until
whatever
suddenly
the fr-
the door to yours bursts open and you see Vitalium standing
I'm
there.
pretty sure I'm still disguised here as well. So I don't know if Vitalium's seen my most recent disguise or not.
Yeah, that's
No,
right. That's
probably
right.
not.
Okay, so he'll burst into your room, but he doesn't. You notice that Vitalium doesn't
reckon-
immediately recognize you.
So I'm like nervous for a second, but
Oh, sorry.
Sir, no, sir.
Uh,
Let's go.
yes.
I need a word with you. It's
Sorry, I
John.
don't
It's your
work
friend
here.
John. It's your friend John.
Sorry, I don't work here.
Man.
It's your friend John. John Stark. I hope. Intelligence check.
He's rolling for himself.
I know.
I could know a John. And Vitalium enters and closes the door behind him.
Oh, John. We're
The
just
woman,
actually.
the woman
I was
goes,
just leaving.
oh, are we doing a little bit of some double action?
No, we're leaving, and I'm going to forcibly start to get him out of the room.
I'm sorry, was I interrupting your wrestling match?
As you two leave the door, you hear faintly,
No.
I hope to see you again.
We're leaving. I'm trying to like drag him with me. It's Brennan when I get like out of the room.
Oh,
I was-
Brennan.
Shut up. Let's go.
All right, I found you.
Good job. You did a great job, Vitalium.
That
Let's
I
go.
did. And
Oh, it's the most fun
Vitalium
I've had in a
leaves.
minute. And we leave to the.
Alrighty, you guys
Spot.
all have officially met back up at the alleyway where you've all been waiting.
So,
Well,
Brennan,
yeah.
What's your favorite technique? I saw many different ones being used in the establishment.
mhm.
It
When it
seems
comes to
to
wrestling-
varying degrees of success.
When it comes to wrestling, definitely a double leg takedown.
Double leg takedown. I
Yeah,
see.
for sure. For
I
sure.
did see a few double legs up in the air at the establishment.
Okay. Well, I was asking questions, see if we can get more information on the mayor, and apparently I spent all my money, so it'd be a shame if there was any surplus of gold. That's out of
No,
character.
no,
That's out of character. I
I don't
don't know
think
that.
we've talked about gold in a while, have we?
That's out of character. Or I guess that's in character. No, that would be, I guess, in character.
I don't know what's going on right
I
now.
guess,
I don't know. I mean,
I guess, and I, in a hushed voice, I guess Mary and Marcus gave one of the mayor one of the potions as well.
Really?
Yeah, I think the mayor might be in on something, but I really don't know. The thing that's unfortunate is that this may all just be like, legal. It's not like they're doing anything illegal.
Well, I think that when you develop something new, as I am something of a scientist,
Myself.
generally
Something of a
there are no
scientist
laws
myself.
for it because you've created something new. So it's not illegal or legal. It's just new.
I mean, like, it's just business practice. They're not breaking any laws, which makes me nervous, because what's just morally wrong?
But what are the laws? Are the laws truly good for society?
Anyway.
Sorry, it was a strange thing to ask.
Anyway.
We were going to head to the trade house. I had followed Marriott and Marcus there. We're looking to see if we can get into their storage closet that's holding the vials.
Do we want to get in right now, or do we want to sleep first?
I believe tomorrow might be too late. I overheard them saying that tomorrow is the day she comes.
Okay,
So
we may need to do something tonight, but is there something what do we want to do when we get there?
we were going to walk over to the trade house and to see if there's any sketchy individuals along the way to sell us lockpicks.
Okay. Well, I don't have any money to buy them with, so I hope you guys come.
I have a few silver I could spare.
Okay, good. Phew. I have 5 copper. That's literally all. I think I'm poorer than Kenneth.
Oh, you should find a job sometime.
you made it sound like an insult.
We should
I mean that quite literally.
All right. Well, if you need anything, let me know. I can give you a small loan of whatever
$1,000,000
you
gold?
need.
Okay.
I
Noted.
wish. I've been working on replicating gold for a while now, and I'm close, but I'm missing a few key concepts.
Troy just
Sure.
starts printing money like infinitely.
Sure.
Vitalium has 1,000,000 gold pieces.
Like, give me infinite money. All the things I would do to your world. But shall we move to the trade house?
Yep.
All right. On the way to the trade house, I'm going to be looking for sketchy individuals that I think I could buy a lockpick off of.
All right, why don't you roll an intelligence check for me?
So, like, investigation, right?
Investigation, yeah, that's what I meant.
Come on. No, 13.
13. As your party begins, I'd say at this point also you're past that a trace falls off.
Yeah.
As your party begins moving back through the familiar direction to where the trade house is located, you take the more direct route. You realize, Vitalium, as you're sort of walking and reminiscing, you realize that while you're tailing Marriott and Marcus, they were taking kind of a weird route to the trade house. It kind of comes to you that maybe they were trying to throw a tail off. But as you go the other direction, you don't notice anyone shady in particular on your way back. But it does strike you that you do remember seeing a sign of a store by the name of Cavoli's Illegal Trinkets.
Is it on the way?
It is
It is,
on the
right?
street that all the other shops are, sort of at the opposite end of where the trade house is located.
So, but is it kind of like close? Can like
Yeah. It's like all within like picture like a Hillcrest, right? By
Okay,
SMU, like where Chick-fil-A would be the Cavoli, and then the church would be the trade house. Like, kind of.
I've run some analysis on the local shops and individuals that we've come across, and I've ascertained that the most certain way we can achieve and acquire our lockpicks is at Cavoli's illegal trinkets.
Are
Let's
they
make a
open?
quick stop.
Quick though.
If I
Are
know
they
anything
open?
about illegal activities, they tend to occur at night. So I would assume this is actually when the store opens.
All right, we gotta be quick though.
I'm going to walk to Cavoli's illegal trinkets.
Alrighty. So as it is around midnight at this hour, you kind of peer into the shop, and you kind of look through the window, and you do see a small flame candle lit at the counter.
I don't need to look through the windows. I either try the door, or
Oh, okay. You knock twice. You knock again. You knock again. But after the fourth knock, you hear some locks sort of undoing from the door. You hear like a one lock, two locks, three locks, four locks, a fifth lock. And then the door slowly opens with an eerie creak as you're greeted with a 30-ish.
Be careful with what you're about to say.
30-ish-year-old human male with pale white skin and
Dark black.
and a fluff of sort of blonde-ish brown hair and a big nose. He kind of peers out. Well, how can I help you this fine night?
in the market for a thieves' kit. If
Oh,
you will.
whoa there, buddy.
Sorry.
Look at the sign. It
Lot-
says legal.
Well, I want to do it recreationally.
Ah, he opens the door. He opens the door wide and kind of goes, well, now we can talk.
Sometimes like, no, you don't understand. It's for my glaucoma.
Come in. I know it's late. Let's get you out of there. Or Kenneth, are you better? Are you kind of behind Vitalium?
Sure.
Yeah. He kind of welcomes you all in, like, all right, you three, come in, and Desmaya too. So, we're speaking legally here, everyone, just so everyone knows.
Of course, this is quite the legal establishment.
So,
very impressive.
So, what were you looking for again? What's it called? What'd you call it? What'd you call it? I don't want to put words in your mouth.
Recreational thieves' kit.
Thief. I'm not familiar with that word.
Sorry, recreational lockpicks.
There we go. I understand. Sometimes you lock yourself out of a room that you really need back into. Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
at my house, my keys have been broken, so I'm looking for a better and funner way to enter my own establishment, the one that I own.
Of course. I mean, I know exactly. It's happened to me all the time. I mean, let's be real. Sometimes you forget that it's locked. It's crazy.
Exactly. I always somehow manage to lock the door, and I always forget.
I mean, I feel you there. It's crazy. Let me go check real quick. I'm sure I have something up your speed. You see as he kind of walks behind his counter, is rummaging through a few things. So while he's looking, what brings you folks to Teldrin? Legal stuff, I presume, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Salts, actually. But for
yes.
baths, not just for bathing.
We had heard that the bathhouses here are quite extraordinary.
Vengeance.
I mean, they are. I had the salt's amazing stuff.
Do you sell the salt
For baths.
For baths, yes.
for the baths?
What
Because we
happens
were
that-
here because I was actually interested in starting my own bath, and so I would need the salts to start my lucrative business.
Of course, yes. I mean, that's our most expensive product here. People really cherish their baths. I mean, that's why the bathhouse has kind of got the cream of the crop. They've got the source. So it costs it's pretty pricey if you could afford it for your bathhouse, of course.
I see. Well, how much would said salt cost? How pricey is pricey? How many silver?
Well, as he continues kind of rummaging through his the word always escapes me, counter. Here it is. Here's your lock picking stuff. uh, the lock picking, by the way, that'll be 15 gold.
All right.
Would that be satisfactory?
I would like to kind of make a shopping cart, if you will, of all the things I would wish to purchase and figure out my total.
Perfect. Well, the bath salts, of course, that'll be 100 gold an ounce, actually.
100 gold an ounce. So you're saying if I get
it's
half an
premium
ounce,
stuff.
it'd be 50
It's premium
gold.
stuff. If you get what I'm picking up, I mean, we get some clients all the time that like to use it for their baths in their houses.
Probably buy the gram Vitality.
So if you had a full crate
That's
of
a lot.
this salt that goes for 100 gold a gram,
Ounce.
Oh, I mean the stuff from the bathhouse. I mean, each one of those crates that's upwards of 1,000 to 10,000 gold pieces.
I see.
We are so helpful.
Interesting.
I mean, there's
Well,
a
I'm
reason it's so
actually-
expensive.
I can
those
see why now.
those mountains a little dangerous. I don't know much because I don't get out of Teldrin much, but the fine folks that run the bathhouse, they risk a lot for their business. I mean, it's lucrative. So
So if you had to put a number on maybe how dangerous the mountains would be from 1 to 20,
yeah, you need a hired troop of soldiers.
I
From one to
see.
20.
Hmm. Well, that's very interesting. I did not know that about the salt and how.
But I mean, I'd
expensive
also,
and valuable it was.
even if you get past I had a friend once, legal,
A friend?
legal
Oh.
friend.
Legal friend.
He tried to make his way up there.
Sorry,
It's,
he was your friend that you it was he was legally your friend, like
he was
through the city.
legally my friend. Yeah,
That's oh. Please continue.
yeah. He tried to get some of these bath salts himself. Made it past the dangerous parts, but the family. I forget their names. Anyways, there's a family that's kind of got strict control over that whole operation. So I know the bathhouse folk got something with them
Oh.
probably, but the lock picking set, 15 gold. Anything else? You said you like to start a tab. And he looks at you, Brennan and Kenneth. Would you folks like to buy anything? I've got a whole slew of legal things, of course.
Yeah.
I'm almost up for cash right now. Personally, I'm out. I'm good.
What about you, sir?
know
You
what?
look like a little nimble. Spring in your step.
What you got?
Well, he sets a kind of a sort of a box of what you can look at, sort of like a quill, some paints, This right here is a really cool art piece, art design kit. Helps you,
Whoa.
what's the word? Copy stuff. Yeah.
Cool.
If you ever want to
Sweet.
copy, let's say, a receipt or a painting you really like, and you know,
Well, a
it-
receipt would be. We wouldn't do that.
of course, of course.
Or like if your dear friend had written you a letter and you just want two of the same letter.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
What other
Does that
legal
or
trinkets do you have?
he kind of out of nowhere, you see him kind of display a deck of cards with his hands.
Ooh, deck of many things.
Uh,
Already?
yes.
Alex doing Alex is doing it.
No, you see him display a deck of cards, but as he kind of flips over the cards, you can tell that they're like they're faux cards essentially. Um,
Hmm.
well, you can use these to, practice some sleight of hand stuff, legally.
If you wanted to impress your friends with a nice trick.
Yeah. Or like,
if it's
if you
per se,
left
if you
your
wanted to be a
deck at
magician.
home, you left your deck at home and you need a backup deck, like it's got you.
Interesting.
So there's the
Yeah, like-
copying thing. There's the deck of cards,
Many cards. A deck of many cards.
a deck of many cards.
Oh, and also he kind of dips behind the counter for a second and pops back up and set the little green vial on the counter. This here is for when you drink something that doesn't sit too well with your stomach, make you feel a little sick. It makes that go away.
Oh, we're on the road a lot, so we
so-
have to eat kind of questionable food. How much is that?
This will be 50 gold pieces. It's some good stuff.
Understandable. I do not have the finances for that. I bid you good day. And what was your name, sir?
My name is Chris.
Oh, cool name. I'm Kenny.
Nice to meet you, Kenny.
All right, let's go kick some ass. I mean, let's go talk to some old friends.
Kick some ass legally.
We're
Ah,
talking to old friends.
This guy's fucking shady.
And
I'm-
you Mr. Metal Man, you tapping out? You cashing in your tab?
yes. Your other items are very interesting, but for right now, I do not have legal uses for them. So I may have to come back another
No,
time.
of course. Of course. I understand that perfectly. So just the lock picking set
Yes.
for fun.
For fun, recreationally.
Yes. That'll be 15 gold pieces. I like you. Salty, a little bit cheap.
Oh, I like you too. You are an interesting individual.
He
okay,
kind of wraps the tools up and hands them to you.
Okay.
So
I'm
what you can
subtracting
do
15
is
gold.
press Control Space. Here, Kenneth and Brennan, you do this too. If you press Control Space, it should pop up with a little search bar,
Uh-huh.
and then I guess Vitalium in this sense, Google Thieves Tools and import it.
Do I want thieves tool? Do I want thieves tools from the DDB items or thieves tools from items SRD?
Either or, both are fine.
Okay. I probably need to click and drag it though.
You just click on it and there'll be like an import.
I can click and drag it.
Alrighty.
Oh, let's go.
Pleasure doing business with you. What I call you, Mr. Metal Man?
Please call me Vitalium.
Vitalium. Alrighty. Perfect. All right, will that be all?
That will be all. Have a great night, sir.
All right, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Alrighty. See you folks later.
Good night.
Bye.
As you guys leave the establishment, you hear the 6 locks just clicking back.
Well, we have gotten our thieves' tools.
Or lockpicks.
And
Sorry, our
recreational.
recreational lock picks.
Yes.
and we'll take a break
Your
there.
glaucoma.
We'll take a 10-minute break as you guys are standing outside the Cavoli's Illegal Trinket Shop with the LIL struck through with legal.
Oh man, that guy is great. The best shopkeep so far.
Great. I love the guy. Great name.
You know, he's cool.
Alrighty, stream. Hello. We are
Yes.
gonna be back in like 2 minutes. Troy has to help his sister take stuff to her car, and then we'll start.
Boo.
It was a good talk, but I just felt bad because I wasn't playing
Alrighty,
D&D.
stream. We are
Yeah.
back.
I was like,
Yeah.
We are now outside Cavoli's illegal trinket shop, where Vitalium has just procured a set of thieves' tools. What would you guys like to do on this midnight night Teldrin?
Vengeance.
Vengeance.
I want to go figure out where their shit is, and I want to mess it up. So let's go do it, boys. And
So,
doesn't-
I want to share that I have not slept in a while, so I'm a little weak.
Mm. Ugh. How much do you need sleep?
So,
Can't you?
unfortunately,
Don't
we
you sleep
were in
every
the
day? Can't you miss just one day?
no, unfortunately no. But
So you
I
need to
need
sleep
sleep.
every day.
Yeah. So I know technically we got like 4 or 5 hours. Would I only have to sleep for another 3, or does it have to be uninterrupted rest to count as long rest?
Well, since it's around midnight, 2 a.m., you could still get a full night's rest if you were to sleep until 6 or 7.
I'm going to relay that information to the group.
Because you've been up for a while now.
Now, this is understandable. However, if we wait much longer, the Honey Brew's mother will come into town, and our plans will be a lot harder to enact. I think we
Well
strike
then,
now while the iron is hot.
okay. Well then, no one die, because I won't be able to heal you.
Sure.
I will not die.
Yep. with
No
dying.
one. Okay, and I can't really do much, so
Well, we shouldn't begin to a fight anyway. If it looks
I'm
like it's
gonna
a
I'm
fight,
gonna point at all of them and
No.
be like, "This is
With
all
my
you."
special lock picks I have bought,
Oh, you bought
I am
lockpicks. Okay.
yes, they're
For
recreational.
some reason, I had blacked out when we went to go get the
Oh
lockpick.
yes, you were quite silent. I thought you might have liked Mr. Chris Cavoli.
Yeah, that
Seem-
he seems like
again,
a good dude. Kind of weird
cool.
name, but good dude.
I thought he was nice, although I did notice he did have a large nose. That one feature was pointed out to me.
Ah, okay. Was he Jewish?
Does that exist?
Sorry, Jewish.
Sorry. Was he
Was he
Elvian?
We show.
No, he was a human.
Oh, okay. Anyways,
Well, let us be on our way.
okay.
Man.
You're headed to the trade house?
Yes.
Correct.
Alrighty. A few minutes pass as it's on the same road, just on the opposite end. You make it to the trade house, and you are standing out front. Vitalium, what are you doing? Are you guiding them anywhere?
I guide the party to the cellar thing, and I take out my lock picks that I bought, and I use them
I give them-
illegally.
I give.
Alrighty.
Oh man.
So, why don't you roll a dexterity
Guidance.
check or roll through the thieves' tools? I think. Can you do that?
Guidance.
Guidance. Okay, yeah, you can.
Guidance.
Guidance. Can you roll the thieves pick? Let me see. Oh, you can. I like what you named him.
Yeah.
So when you want to use your kit, you click the icon.
Okay. 15.
Did you add your +4 or plus your guidance?
No.
Well, but actually, luckily enough, as you, for the first time, find yourself using these tools, you realize that it's probably easier to emulate the tools with your fingers.
Let's go.
Troy, what I want you, what do Vitalium specific thieves tools look like?
God bless. This is exactly what I wanted. So what the first thing Vitalian does is he takes a long, hard look at the thieves' tools, up and down, analyzing, bends them a bit, kind of. He goes through all the thieves' tools that he has. As you know, he goes through all of them, all the different tools that he might need. The
That's
combs,
sick. He's got the real life
picks,
prop.
and he analyzes all of them.
Actually, is that?
And then once he's done,
It's an actual
you
rock,
see him
paper,
go,
scissors.
and he eats them. And you see him. Analysis complete. And then you see him stick his index finger into the lock, and he's going to. Mhm. Mhm.
And
Ding! And it clicks open.
and the rusty old lock kind of clicks open and falls to the ground, leaving the cellar door unlocked.
Well, let us continue in.
Let's go.
Ooh.
When you said you're like when he
And I-
realizes his fingers might be, I was like, oh my gosh, he's gonna have just like a key gadget on his finger. That's so dope. I love that.
Do.
That's awesome. All right, let's go in.
This is evolution.
Glorious.
Glorious. Glorious.
Alrighty.
Glorious evolution.
As you open the cellar door, you're greeted with sort of it's not like a ladder straight down. It's more so there's a few gradual steps that sort of take you underneath this trade house building, and the room is very dimly lit, it's pitch black. You cannot see inside.
I have dark vision.
I
Insert
don't have dark vision.
DM
It's very
image.
dark.
So Desmay and Vitalium, are you guys all entering the cellar?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, Desmay and Vitalium, you guys are greeted with you can't see a thing, only but what the gentle light from the night sort of encroaching on some of the darkness at the beginning of the stairs, but as soon as the stairs end, it's sort of you're met with a wall of black. Kenneth and Brennan, what you guys can sort of make out in your dark vision of 60 feet is throughout I guess at the bottom of the steps, you see a series of crates that some look dusty, some look like they were freshly put there as the dust hasn't been collected on them. Various broken crates as well. It very much seems from an initial glance like this is kind of where the trash is put from the trade house.
Okay.
I think this might be a secret way into the trade house. Hold on, I'm trying to find my torches.
I have something I can do for this.
I'm gonna be like, hold on, and I'm gonna cast light.
So Desmaya, right click your token and then cast the light that looks like a sun right next to the 0. Then click that. There we go. Oh, here, no. Right click your token, click the sun. You don't have to do the spell.
I delete the spell then.
Yeah,
Oh, you deleted it for
yeah,
me.
I did. So that's even though I just want you to know that even though it has no relevance here because you're not actually on a battle map, it will light up the area that is near you.
Cool.
As
I am the sun.
As Desmaya casts light on herself, the room is now brightly emitted for you as well, Vitalium. And Brennan and Kenneth, instead of sort of the dark grays that you can sort of barely make out, you are now met with various colors that you're used to staring about the normal night with light.
Oh, a trash room.
You said it was down here?
No, I thought this might be a different way into the building, but it looks to be like they're trash.
Can we
Maybe
go?
there
Is
is.
there like an upstairs?
Is there any
Room.
way out of this room into the building?
Why don't you make a perception check?
You made one mistake, Alex.
Can I
You're
make an
challenging Vitalium to
Yeah, you can make an investigation check
perception.
as well, Kenneth.
I was hoping to
14.
look around in the
You
boxes.
can give
see if
Kenneth
I could find-
advantage then on an investigation.
Yeah, I'll give him
roll.
advantage. 'Cause I'll help Kenneth.
And then you can do the plus. You know, when you hover over it, you do the plus. Nice. 16.
16.
All right.
Thank you, Brent. +1.
First, Vitalium, you notice that in the sort of in the far end of the room, about 50 feet, you do
I was
notice
hoping to get
a
17.
set of stairs. Or not stairs. There's like a ladder that a singular ladder at the far end of the room. And then
I see.
Kenneth, as you kind of are looking around, what are you specifically looking for?
I was looking for anything that like might have been thrown out. I don't know. Looking for anything shiny. I guess maybe something that got thrown out maybe prematurely or shouldn't that got caught up with the rest of the rubble.
Yeah. So as you kind of are looking through the sort of the dusty old crates, so you find sort of at one end of the room that there appears to be sort of a chute above you. Sort of, I guess in the ceiling, sort of like a laundry chute. And you notice some of the more newish trash-ish. I guess it's not trash per se, but you know, left belongings. You notice that in one sort of half-broken crate, you see a sack, and inside you find 20 gold pieces.
Am I with Brennan? Right? He was helping.
Yeah,
helping
yeah.
you.
Brendan, you were kind of like poking around as Vitalium's kind of
I'm
heading
just
for
helping
the
him.
ladder in
Hey.
the back of the room.
Brennan.
What?
And I
What's
tossed it to him.
The fuck did you find this?
As you look closely, it looks like the
Open my
crate
pocket.
was sort of, as you kind of rummage through the rest of the materials, it looks like it was someone's sort of storage shed for their personal belongings that has presumably been forgotten here.
You know, I'm curious. How big is this room?
I'd say in sort of a square feet by square feet, I'd say about 600 to 700 square feet. So
Hey,
it's a relatively large room underneath the trade house.
Okay.
So it's like what? 30 by 20?
I don't know what the conversion would be exactly, but
There's
it's
gotta be a way in.
yeah.
There's
Picture
gotta
your
be a way up.
bedroom and triple it or something, or quadruple even.
Yeah. Like 30 by 20 by 20? I don't know.
All right, Vitalium, you make your way to the bottom of this ladder, and about maybe 7 feet off the ground, there's a sort of a door like that. Not literally, like, I guess the best way to describe it is like a trap door looking. You know, that sort of square that's in the ceiling.
Mm-hmm. I am going to climb the ladder and just peek out the trap door to see if there's anyone around trolling about.
Alrighty. So as you peer up, why don't you make a perception check for me?
About time. You've been rolling kind of shit lately. Let's get a good perception. Okay, 17.
17. Alrighty. You sort of peer up and look sort of around, but it's sort of a dark room. Really all that you can make out is Desmea's kind of light spell sort of emanating up from the trash room where you just were. And it's barely casting shadows along a very tight space, sort of like a side closet-esque room. You know, not as small as a closet, but it seems tucked away. and in front of you, you see just a door, but the rest of the room seems to be filled with nothing.
I'm going to quietly kind of like whisper down below. This seems to lead inside the house or the trade house. It seems to be an empty room.
Do we want to go ahead and let's find this and get out quick?
Let's do it.
All
I'll
right.
follow.
I will climb up to the top and wait for Desmaya to come with more light.
Alrighty. What's your passive perception, Vitalium?
Me?
That's never a
My
great.
passive perception is... Find this on Foundry.
It's just whatever your perception stat is, right? Or
So
no, it's-
right-click your
No.
character, or hover over your character with your mouse.
Yeah.
It should be
just the eyeball?
that. It should be that eyeball-looking thing.
Yeah, so it's 17.
17. Okay. As you sort of lift yourself up into the room, it's relatively cramped. Let's see.
I'm coming home. home, home. Push away.
All right. Let's pull everyone over here.
I don't like.
Uh-oh.
Um,
So who's all coming? Who's
You.
all coming up with Vitime in the ladder?
me.
me.
Everyone. Okay. Oops. So as you all begin, as you all climb up, you are all relatively cramped in this space as it's not too big. By time, it's at this moment that you hear voices coming from the wall to your left. I'm going to assume looking top down, you know, your token. I'm just going to assume the
Yeah.
direction.
Yeah.
That wall right to your left, you hear two sets of voices.
I whisper to Bryn. Bryn.
Yeah.
I mean, do you have any of your magical abilities? If
Yeah,
we run
I'm-
into those
I'm
people,
good.
could you persuade them to maybe be friendly?
I don't use magic to do that, but yeah, I'm at full capability. I was able to catch a short little break, so I have all my magic.
Let us proceed.
Brennan, what's your passive perception?
Oh god, not very good. Not nearly as good. It's the eyeball. 11.
11.
Okay.
Wait.
All
what is
right.
that one?
Would we rather be more stealthy on our entrance or our exit?
Could we be
Because I can
stealthy for
cast.
both?
Entrance, I think. Right? Because if we're gonna
Dang it,
All
Alex.
right.
I probably
Well-
think the entrance.
All right. I'm going to tap everyone, and you guys are going to see your skin kind of flicker into a octagon, and I'll be casting Pass Without Trace.
Wait, did I?
I'm gonna try to pick my skin at the octagon, see if anything happens.
Does anything happen, Alex?
No. It kind of, as you try to pick your skin, it just kind of, you see the octagon kind of mold to what the color of your, kind of mold your finger, kind of like matching your finger in sort of like a weird camouflage-esque appearance.
Alex, would you say the brothel was a short rest? Would that count as a short rest?
Yeah. You were
Okay.
there. You were there for enough time, not doing anything.
All
Or
right,
you were
well,
sitting down. You were
Bryn,
sitting down for a while, not doing anything. I guess
Bryn,
Desmond and
you
Kenneth, you probably received short rests too, waiting in the alley.
I don't think I need.
It doesn't do anything for me.
Well,
Makes a big difference
if you're
for me.
missing HP, or
No, I'm not
anything,
missing HP.
there's
I'm
every
missing
some
spell
characters
slots.
have stuff that regens off of short rest.
Yeah, I get a
a
bunch
short
of.
rest
I
would be
get a
really
lot.
No,
nice.
All my stuff is
that's
A
on
why
short
I
rest
said
would
it
be so
doesn't do
nice.
anything for me.
Okay.
But Bren, you're closest to the door. I'm squished here. I can't move.
What do you want me to open it?
It's okay. It's not that tight.
Yeah.
It's not like
It's so tight.
It's like you
I
can't
can
sort of walk around.
barely breathe the air. I
Oh,
don't need to
Brennan's
live.
fat?
What?
Brennan's fat?
I'm fat. Yeah. You want to switch spots? And you want me to go first?
Sure. And I just squeeze past
Yeah,
Brennan in this cramped
that
closet, and I open the door and it's locked. I go
Nice.
down and I try to put my finger in. I'm gonna try to pick it.
Alrighty. Why don't you roll?
In your
Why don't
nose?
you roll for that?
Oh god.
7.
7.
As you try to dingle with the lock, you can't seem to get the right spot, just like in the previous lock. You can't seem to get that familiar click.
Sounds like a personal
Upgraded
problem.
their lock models for the interior locks. Impressive.
You're gonna try again?
Can I try one more time?
Yeah, you can try. I'll probably create a specific rule, but you can try, I guess not as many times as you want, but it will either get progressively harder or it won't get harder, but things might happen. Like, I guess to speak as a DM, you can try, once, twice, 3 times. The DC might get harder, or something might happen, like you'll get
There you-
noticed, or it'll make a loud noise, or something will distract you, blah, blah, blah. But you can try again, yes. You just
Can
can't
someone
get
move
this
their
lock.
knee? I can't move my arm. They'll get the full range of motion for this lock. It's so cramped.
Oh, Vitaly, let me try something.
Why'd you swallow the
And
freaking lock picks? Because I could have tried to do it too.
I show her my finger. Well, this is more efficient.
Here, Vitaly, what if we try and break the lock?
That could be feasible, but then there will be traces that we've been here.
Well, I don't see us getting out of this closet if we keep trying to.
Okay, give me one more shot, and then we can go to break the lock.
Fine, one more shot.
I'm gonna give him a
And
huge
I-
slap on the
I-
back.
I
Right, and
rub
it
my
hurts.
hands together, and
Right.
can maybe someone give me some motivation, some moral support as I attempt
I'm
this
gonna-
lock?
Yeah, I'm gonna clap him really hard on the back and cast guidance. Whoa, they gave me an extra piece of cheese, guys.
That's nice.
Wow.
Chris left. Chris said enough.
8.
For the record, I rolled a 654 in descending order.
As you try to pick this lock, I mean, you're starting to get frustrated. It's not budging, and you kind of like, angrily like set the lock down. Suddenly, you hear through the door voices, a lot clearer this time. Brennan,
Yeah.
for a brief moment, you kind of listen in for a second, and you realize that you hear Marriott's voice.
Oh. What do I hear?
As you kind of listen through the door, as the voices get much clearer, you hear Marriott. How are we progressing, Isla? Have you managed to make the most successful product? Yes, a few. But progress has been much slower since the hired incompetence has reduced my lab to ash. Listen,
Wait.
Isla. My family has
Sorry.
staked our entire wealth in this little endeavor. Not to mention our reputation is at risk too. If you think anyone cares about the bee farming family from southern Trodia, you'd be sadly mistaken. Why you? You lay a hand on me and there won't be anything left of your precious mommy to hold. You do not employ me. I was tasked on this mission by the Orientum himself. You are but a means to an end, boy. Now leave and discard the money you acquired selling the vials before you make me angry. The voices stop for a moment. You hear sort of a disgruntled voice, sort of a disgruntled grunt. And suddenly, you hear footsteps getting closer to the door that you are at. The footsteps stop, and you hear the sound of a lock twisting.
Fuck, let's go. Let's go.
And that's where we'll end the session.
Oh shit!
Why
Mage
are they
Dude,
going into the
What?
trash room?
Wait,
Oh my god.
is this the scientist dude where we burned down his lab?
Yeah, it's that guy. It's the mage guy.
Okay.
He's really strong.
I was
Guys.
gonna say, I got held up there for a second. Can I get a quick recap?
Yeah,
We're about to
so
be fucked.
Vitalium failed picking the lock 3 times. And
I mean, I'm kind of okay that he did it now.
Yes,
and
Shaw.
yeah, actually, what if you succeeded? But voices came into the hallway, and you Brennan at least noticed the familiar,
Yeah.
and I guess you would have too, the familiar voice of Marriott, discussing with an unfamiliar figure
What
or
was the name of
unfamiliar
your-
voice.
Isla?
Oh.
Isilla.
Isla, how do you spell that?
So, and
ISOLA.
I'm not allowed to do like any action in response to hearing them like on the other side of the door, right?
What'd you say?
I can't do like a response to that right now, right?
No, it's too late.
Okay.
I don't think you heard.
Oh, no,
You
like,
told me Brennan.
because, okay.
Well, you can't do an action like so. Merritt, you hear the sound of a lock twinging, and so the footsteps came. The sound they'd sound not right outside your door, but sort of the footsteps are near the door, and you hear like a
Uh-huh.
lock twing, bustling,
So
moving.
but so is it the lock of our door?
You don't know.
Mhm. Oh,
And the last thing Vitalium do in this session is he sticks his finger in the door in the lock so it can't turn.
Sure.
Okay.
Cool.
So you said what was the other word you said? The from the blank
Orient.
himself?
For the Orient, right?
Orient?
The
The
Orientum.
Oriental?
The Orientum.
Orientum. Do I know who
Can
that
you
is?
spell that?
Yeah.
Next session you can make a history check.
Okay.
So just remember that.
How do you spell that though?
Dude, shit's about to go down. I have no spell slots. I'm the only one.
Orientem.
Okay.
Just what are you gonna do? Panic?
I have a
No,
health potion.
remember last time he made you guys do wisdom saving throws?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you didn't succeed, you were paralyzed?
It was probably just charm person.
Hey, okay, guys, if nothing else, you sons of bitches, you guys better stick to the walls like chameleons. And we ride out with the fucking passive out of traits.
Like we're like the penguins in Madagascar. We're just
Oh my god.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you right now. If nothing else, that's what we're doing.
we're gonna get TPK'd by that one wizard guy. He's so fucking strong.
I don't think we are
Probably.
at all.
Well, we
Yeah,
last
not
fought
all
him when
of
he
us.
was level 1. When we were level 1, Jess.
And I'm not gonna lie, he did not like me.
I'll be honest.
Surprise Pikachu
Vitalium
face.
can get away as a moorbounder. So
I have Misty Step.
See
I
you
can-
guys.
Oh, well, what about this Mia? What about me?
Can I take someone with me with Misty
I will
Step?
always remember you, Desmay.
No, you
Yeah.
Is that just what's the other
Me
spell? Thunder Step.
too.
Misty Step's just yourself.
What's the one that Travis uses? Thunder Step.
Oh, something like that.
Whatever. Well, it's gonna be a wild next session. Are we good for this Wednesday? You think?
Troy isn't. We'll probably have to take another week hiatus
Truly.
because
God
Troy's
damn
going.
it.
Troy's going to California and they're doing stuff like every day. So
Darn.
perfect amount of time for you to simmer.
Well, I mean, if
Bruh.
you guys want to, no.
I want to get to the next arc. I like this arc, but I want to keep moving.
Steven said, I like Kemp's backstory, but
No,
I
but
don't.
like,
Like I want to
no,
fuck
we-
as much as the next person and do what I gotta do to make myself feel better about what's going on.
I'm just saying we've been in the city for like 3 episodes now. That's all.
Yeah.
I want to go to Hananobi.
Dude.
God damn it.
Dude,
Yes!
in campaign
Steve.
3, the fucking the cast is in the same city for like forever.
Yeah.
I guess that's a city though, not a town.
I mean, they were in that swamp in like campaign 2 for like 4 episodes.
Or you
Which swamp?
stream. Thanks for everyone tuning in. It was a
Oh, that
blast.
swamp.
The one where they
A
meet
blast from the past.
the Kenku.
Yeah.
We will see you in a week and a half.